So, I forgot to post my new signatures on my t-shirt, so anytime I'm not showing pictures, I'll be putting pictures of signatures. So I ran into so many cool people that afternoon. I was there for the Aaron Ra argument, of course. There are videos of all the speakers at the rally. Just go look up the Reason Rally schedule and plug them into YouTube and you will find a video. Eddie Izzard and Tim Minchin were freaking hilarious. I had about 5 to 10 people come up to me that weren't YouTubers or very small-time YouTubers I was unaware of and were thrilled to meet me. A guy named Man-Made Sounds, also extremely cool, told me that I had been instrumental in his deconversion. He asked me how it felt when people came up to me and told me that, and I had to think about it for a bit, but half of me felt really good, like after teaching a class, I'm told I did a great job by a student. But about half made me feel sad because I knew just how much crap they had to go through, because I went through it too. Maybe someday no one will have to go through it. Here's a picture of a lady named Candy who really loves our videos. So I'm terrible at videotaping, and I've got clips here and there as well as pictures. People like the Barking Atheist have much better footage. The number of people I met were incredible. It's like 90% of YouTube atheism just got spat out of the internet. Prof MTH was awesome. He knew me by my hair, as he said he's jealous of it. Serious Mind and others asked to get their picture taken with me, which is a new experience, but very cool. Many people in...
Yeah, one time.
Oh, yeah.
Last night was so cool.
No, I had that reaction. I was chatting with Evidence.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to meet him, too.
They're in the red shirt.
I know, right?
And I was like, I just have to say I'm having a total fanboy moment.
Here we go.
That guy with the
This is
backpack?
for Stills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay, I'm going to have to go bug him.
Yeah.
Okay, got my camera.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, right. I have my camera still running. I definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. All imposters.
Evidence is a freaking nice guy, and here's Aaron Ross signing my shirt. We decided that instead of waiting for the Bad Religion concert because it was cold and rainy, and we wanted to get to the YouTube gathering they were having at a restaurant early because there was limited seating, we wanted to head out early. However, due to issues in communication and a dead cell phone, we couldn't find one of our group and ended up staying for the entire concert soaking wet and showing up to the gathering meal too late to find seats. Bad Religion did put on a great concert. We were just a bit too tired and cold to fully appreciate them. We had been standing for nearly 10 hours, so by that time we really didn't care. We were too tired. We were told that there was going to be a big gathering in the lobby of the other hotel later. We went back to our hotel and changed and tried to drag ourselves out the door and decide who was coming and who wasn't. In the end, we all ended up going, thankfully. We ended up meeting some friends from our local Center for Inquiry who had moved to Kentucky, talking to the Thinking Atheist, which was really cool. Then found the bar where all the YouTubers were hanging out. I've noticed that there are like 3 different circles of atheism. There are bloggers, podcasters, and YouTubers. I found some blog fans who tend to be a bit snobbish of YouTube atheism. But it's rare for them to cross circles, even without snobbery. We had Jennifer McCrite, or Blag Hag, at the Center for Inquiry, and she hung out with Healthy Addict because they worked together, and Thunderfoot crashed at her place. They only barely knew of each other, even though they're like huge names in their respective atheist circle. We met up with Dusty341 and his wife, Fine Line Falling, and the Man of Earth, who happened to have been in some sort of muscle training event, so he wasn't actually able to show up at the Reason Rally. We then had a drink and I went outside to where Prof MTH and Michael Payton 67 were. I had a great discussion on evolution of religion and on neurology in general with Michael. Soon after that, I began showing signs of my exhaustion and my inability to control my Asperger's, as after a good long conversation and a drink, I was really relaxed. I met the Peach and DevShell, and I'm sure I acted awkward as hell. After talking with Evidence, I ended up having a very awkward conversation with the Skeptic Talk, basically telling him in the worst, most awkward roundabout way that I had heard his name, but may or may not have watched his channel. I went to get my shirt signed from Aaron Ra's son, the Mini Ra, and in the process of my inability to control my voice, ended up having a negative effect on the inner workings of Aaron Ra's ear, which was extremely embarrassing. The Man of Earth invited us up to his room, where I found out later that there was a private drinking party for YouTubers with Thunderfoot. But being from out of town, we didn't know how late the trains ran. Turns out they were at 3 o'clock, and we wanted to make sure we were rested for the drive home. I don't know how much people would have enjoyed me as aspy as I was at that time. Maybe they would have just assumed I was blitzed. But it's great to know we are accepted by the bigger names. It's really much appreciated, and we feel the love. The next day we woke up with some much needed rest and went to the Air and Space Museum, then popped into an art gallery for like a half hour, then went back to the hotel and headed home. We drove from 2 p.m. to 1 a.m. and crashed when we got home. It was so worth the drive and the cash. I hope you enjoyed hearing about it, and if not, I just wasted the last 7 minutes of your life. But that's kind of your fault for not leaving earlier at this point. Have fun.